Well, this guy scored a D minus. I think with this guy, the best advice I can give you is walk away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and four dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk loudly about his intentions than to truly push himself ahead at work. He prefers routines and following set rules rather than taking bold steps or working extra hard. His quick temper and low patience can hold him back, making steady progress difficult.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When faced with problems at work, he is likely to lose his temper and react harshly rather than calmly thinking things through. He might lash out or blame others instead of learning from mistakes. Handling stress is not his strength. Frustration gets the better of him quickly.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work often find him difficult to get along with. He tends to be blunt, sometimes disrespectful, and easily angered, which can lead to arguments or misunderstandings with colleagues. Teamwork may suffer because he's quick to challenge or even boss others around.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine at work, he may struggle to feel happy for you. Instead of cheering you on, he's likely to feel threatened or upset, especially if he sees your success as making him look small. In short, your success may create tension rather than joy in the relationship.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is likely to feel insecure and hold some resentment. Deep down, he may take it as a blow to his pride and see it as a challenge to his place in the relationship. Over time, this can bring stress and discomfort to both of you.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and likes things to be in order, so you'll rarely see him splurging or spending without thinking. He pays attention to where the money goes and usually sticks to a plan. On most days, you can expect him to manage finances responsibly and prefer saving over careless spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and sticks to what he can truly afford. Rather than showing off or pretending to be richer, he prefers to manage things in a straightforward, practical way. He doesn't care much for fancy things or impressing others with money.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
he does have a caring side and wants to help people close to him. But when it comes to money, he tends to be strict and careful, not open handed. He's more likely to count every rupee than spend freely or give extra, even if he cares for you. So while his heart may be warm, his hands often stay closed, especially when it comes to money matters.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be controlling about money rather than open and easygoing. He wants things done a certain way and might insist on setting the rules about spending and saving. Be ready for him to want the final say on most money decisions.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should follow traditional rules and he may expect you to do most of it. While he likes things tidy and organized, he might focus more on making rules about how things should be done rather than actually rolling up his sleeves to help. So don't be surprised if he thinks chores are mainly your responsibility, even if he cares about keeping the home neat.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is much more likely to help by supervising or giving instructions rather than actually doing chores or changing diapers himself. He wants things done a certain way and may be quick to point out what needs fixing, but slow to get his own hands dirty. If you're hoping for a true partner who'll share household tasks or baby duties, he'll probably disappoint you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more focused on proving his point than truly listening to yours. In disagreements, he tends to argue and push his views strongly, often raising his voice or dismissing your feelings rather than trying to understand where you're coming from. It's easy for small issues to blow up because he'd rather win the argument than find a middle ground.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he has a hard time staying respectful. He's likely to raise his voice, say hurtful things, or act in an aggressive manner. You might feel hurt or even scared by his outbursts.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His temper can change the mood in the house within minutes, often leaving others nervous or on edge. If you find yourself excusing or minimizing this behavior, please don't ignore it.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He has a hard time admitting when he's wrong or saying sorry. Instead of taking responsibility, he's more likely to blame you or someone else for whatever went wrong. This can make you feel guilty or responsible for things that aren't your fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may find it hard to fully respect your boundaries, especially if he feels his own ideas or wishes are being challenged. When you say no, he might push back, argue, or try to change your mind instead of simply accepting your decision. His strong and stubborn nature can make it tough for him to let go of what he wants, and this can leave you feeling unheard or pressured.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you are not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding and giving you space, he may react with frustration or make you feel guilty for saying no. This can create pressure on you to give in just to keep the peace.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be careful here. When he's angry or feels challenged, he may not think twice before bringing up private or sensitive things from your relationship, using them in arguments to hurt or embarrass you. Even if he regrets it later, the damage from those hurtful words can stay with you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not someone who gets easily distracted by other women. Staying loyal comes more naturally to him. His mind is not wandering, and he doesn't chase after new excitement or attention outside the relationship. Faithfulness in itself can be a comfort, but remember that loyalty is only one part of a healthy, happy partnership.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be over possessive and controlling at times. He might want to know where you are, who you talk to, and can get upset easily if he feels left out or ignored. He may set strict rules or question your choices, making you feel watched rather than trusted.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his protective nature is more about control than genuine care. He might say he's looking out for you, but really, he wants things done his way and expects you to follow his rules. Over time, this doesn't feel safe or comforting, but rather stifling and restrictive.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to see parenting as mainly your responsibility, not a true team effort. While he will have strong opinions about how things should be done and may set rules for the children, he is less likely to share the day to day hands on tasks. He'll expect you to handle most of the work and may step in mostly to supervise or correct rather than actively help.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He gets easily frustrated when things don't go as he expects and can react with harsh words or raised voice. This can make the children nervous about making errors and less likely to share their troubles.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may not fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he wants things in order at home and expects you to handle most parenting duties, he can be demanding about how you spend your time and energy. His focus on control can make you feel boxed in, leaving little room to be yourself beyond your role as a mother.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but could later expect you to quit or step back once a child arrives. His strong belief in traditional roles and his need for control can lead him to pressure you to focus only on home and family after becoming a mother. You may start hearing suggestions or direct requests to leave your job, even if he acted encouraging before.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. While he may follow the rules of respect and proper behavior, genuine affection or friendliness will be limited. He might speak directly or even a bit bluntly, which can come across as cold or formal. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than changing for them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. His temper can flare quickly, and he might react with sharp words or get into arguments rather than trying to smooth things over. This can leave you feeling stuck in the middle, managing everyone's emotions without much real support from him.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife, daughter in law, when his relatives are around. He wants to maintain order and meet family expectations, so he may ask you to dress, speak, or behave a certain way to keep up appearances. What feels like freedom at home can quickly turn into pressure to fit into traditional roles during family gatherings.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than support you openly. He prefers following rules and keeping order, which often means sticking to family expectations, even if it leaves you feeling alone. Over time, this can make you feel isolated and less valued in the family setting.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He has a strong sense of loyalty to his family and may act like a mummy's boy in many situations. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, he is unlikely to take your side clearly and confidently. He may expect you to adjust and keep the peace rather than standing up for you.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. He may turn to them for advice or support rather than handling things just between the two of you. Over time, this behavior can break trust and make it hard for your relationship to grow strong and secure.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, all in all, not looking that great. This guy scores a D minus. As I mentioned at the start, I think with such guys, the best way is to walk away. Day in and day out, being in a relationship with this man often feels like living by someone else's strict rules. You might feel constantly watched, judged, or corrected, especially if your way of doing things doesn't match his.